Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. As we said to you over the Christmas period, we're looking to do lives now every 2 weeks. So this is the second one I think we've done this year now.
Second this year, yes.
Since Morella, since we returned. So yeah, basically, hopefully now, every fortnight from now on, we shall be doing a live. So you might want to jot that down somewhere, or well, I'm sure you'll get used to it by that point.
It's going to be at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because we think that's a good time for us.
We think it's a good time. Yeah, we think it's a good time, although we've been a bit of a mad rush today because we've been cooking our dinner and we've just had to wolf it down. And the poor puppy hasn't been out for, I can't say the word, W-A-L-K.
She's looking at us.
So she's looking now. She's giving us a guilt trip. So she will be needing a scooter around the golf club after this. But I think we'll get it. I think it'll work.
Yes.
It's not too late either. So it'll work. It'll work. So yes, welcome everybody. Welcome.
And the purpose of them is just to talk ship.
We want to get more in. We're realizing we run out of time with questions and things. And I know people don't watch all of the lives all of the time, every time. So it's just a way of catching up, getting your questions answered, getting advice. And it gives us the opportunity to just chat and fill you in with what's going on.
Yeah.
So you have actually asked for some questions of our patron.
Our patrons get first dibs on questions. Yeah. So if you want to become a patron, plug now.
They've also... I hope they've also had episode 1.
Yes.
The Morella series, people. It is coming. It is coming.
I've just actually seen a question all the way down here. I think it was Angela who asked it. I'm sure I saw a question saying, yeah, there you go. So we'll put that one up now.
Oi, oi. Oi, oi. When's your next holiday?
So I think we've just answered that.
Yes. Oh. For the general public, the lovely people, it'll be on Valentine's Day, so show us some love and come and watch our little video next Friday. We'd really appreciate it because it's nice when the first one, you never know how a series is going to go. The first episode can be a good indicator, I find. So it's nice to know what you all think. I mean, from our feedback, a lot of people have been asking us to do Morella for a long time. And I regret that I put it off as long as I did. I wish I had done Morella sooner.
Don't give too much away.
I'm not giving too much away. But I see there's a lot of familiar faces have joined us in the chat, and we really appreciate you all spending your Sunday evening with us. So that's great. I can see Jerry's here. I did see Ken is here as well.
Hope Dan's legs healing, Jerry.
Yes, definitely.
I see Deborah, Claire, good evening.
Cruising Gays are here.
Good evening, guys.
Richard, Julie. There's loads of people. It's nice that you've all spent Sunday.
Loads here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Right. So should we start off with the questions we've got in first?
Okay.
And then we'll hit the questions in the chat. So if you have got any questions, just start them with a Q or question so we can see them. Just makes it a bit easier.
And as you can see, this side, there's a little box there about the crew. You know, you can book through us now. So if you plan on booking a cruise, make sure you just ask for a quote. Yeah. I mean, if we shouldn't be more expensive, hopefully it won't be more expensive, but you know, it doesn't cost you anything.
We'll always try and save you money by going direct anyway. Yeah. The team work Monday to Saturday, so if you put a quote in the evening, they'll get back to you the following day. No hard sell. So don't worry, we're not going to harass you with phone calls.
But just please consider just giving them a bell, giving them a tinkle on the old blower, and just get your quote first.
Should we start off with the questions? Then?
Yes, let's get into it.
Right, so the first question from Sarah, our patron.
Okay.
Hi, can we ask about your next trip this year?
Okay.
Any new cruise lines?
Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest. Last year, we were struggling to keep up, really struggling. I was booking cruises. Like at the beginning of the year, we said, right, we'll do this, this, and this. And in my head, I planned out that there was X amount of weeks in between and I'd get X amount of vlogs done in this time and it would all be finished. Very quickly, things started to catch me out and I had like a technical issue and it would throw me out 2 weeks or something would happen or we'd be ill or something would go on. And before I knew it, I was going on a cruise before I'd finished actually making all of the videos from the previous cruise. And it kind of, prime example, on my phone now, I've got Queen Victoria from December. I've got all of the Morella stuff, which I'm currently now editing. I've got that day we went on Sun Princess, although I'm not sure what I'm going to do that. There's a Zero, that's actually on my old phone, which I was going to make a highlights video. So as you can see, I very quickly got, it took over me. It really did. So this year, I am trying to catch up and I'm trying to give it a bit more pace and get things finished before I start new projects because it just gets a bit much. So as it stands, we have got
We've got Virgin in the
We
summer,
have got Virgin
but we
in the
won't.
summer.
We won't be waiting till then. That's
No,
definitely
we're definitely going to go before then, so don't worry about that. There will be plenty of content. And we're also going back on Princess Cruises. I did slip up the other week and say we were going in October. We are going in October, and we are going on a very new ship, but I'm not going to give you the exact dates.
Yes.
But yes, we have booked. So yes, that'll be very interesting. But fingers crossed it goes ahead, is what I will say. After our previous endeavour, which is how we ended up on the Azura, was because the thing got cancelled, didn't it, Sen?
I'm slightly going back to what you were saying. The vlogs for Morella, the reason they've been a bit slower is because this time you've made sure you've got a couple ready.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get ahead of myself, like get a couple in the pipeline, so that if something happens, it gives me time. It gives us time to sort things out if need be. Because what I don't want to do is what's happened last year once or twice was you have like 3 or 4 episodes and then there could be a week, maybe 2-week break, and then we carry on. And I think last time I even believe I had like 2 breaks, and I don't want that inconsistency. I'd like to, once I start a series, to keep it going every weekend.
But it will start on Friday, so
yes.
Stay tuned for that one. Thank you for that question.
Yes.
Right, another question we've got. This is from Claire. So Claire's going on Sky Princess. There's 8 of them going all together. And what's the best way to get a table together? So I actually asked your brother today because he was on the Sky last year. He said he ended up going down and queuing for their tables.
Okay.
A table of 8 probably should be quite easy to get because that's maximum size of tables normally. I know Cruising Gays are in the chat, so they're big Princess fans. So they might be able to give you a few more tips on that one. But I'd say on the boarding day, head straight to the dining experience desk. I think there's a podium that you can go to on Princess, or it'll be sometimes they do it in one of the main dining rooms as well.
There's 3. I'm just saying 3 main dining rooms. Okay.
Specialty shouldn't be as much of a problem.
Quite easy. I mean, you could book for all the rooms. I mean, we've had experiences before where there's been groups of us.
I'd say just book as early as you can. So if you can book now, book it now. So you've got those.
But failing that, just make it your first point of port of call on when you embark the ship. Just get straight to those dining rooms and make inquiries and try and book what you can.
So we've been on Princess about 2 years. Have we? 2.5 years?
We're long overdue. I mean, that's not really our fault.
No,
it's not really our fault. Although it was very hard to actually pick it. Well, again, we had so many cruises last year. It was very hard to fit one in after we had our one cancelled. So
thank you, Claire, for that one. And then our final Patreon question before we move on is from Ian Roxy. I'll let you answer this one.
How we got... okay, it's never, ever been planned. Ever been planned. It was... We went on Aurora originally, and we just took a couple of pictures. We were very overwhelmed on our first cruise. We were quite shy back then. We didn't have a clue what was going on. We were very apprehensive, in fact. We were supposed to go with my nan. She was going to come with us, and we were going to have because the rooms on Aurora are quite big, and you can partition them off with the curtain. So it would have worked out the 3 of us could have shared the room, and it would have been lovely. However, my nan took ill last minute, and she couldn't make it. So it was just me and Gavin. And at this point, we were quite panicky, but we said, no, I've always wanted to try a cruise. I've been into my history and all that lot. So I do love the cruise ships, the ocean liners, all that sort of thing. So we bit the bullet and we went. And anyway, we came back from the cruise and we didn't really have any memories of it, just the photos. And then because we had that bug, once you've done it, and we were like, oh, this is amazing. I thought, right, I'm going to do it. I've always wanted to go on Queen Marie 2 ever since I saw it being built. I remember watching documentaries in the olden days on what was it, Discovery Channel and all. I remember watching it being built when I was young, and I thought, no, I'm going to go. It's my dream to go on Queen Marie 2. And I wanted to make a video of it because I did not want to forget anything, and I just wanted to show like my nan and all. When I was going home, I was like, you'd have to see, I've been on Queen Marie 2. I bought them all the little bears with the knitted jumpers and all, both my grandparents. So yeah, we did that. And if I'm honest, that first video, well, we only went on a 3-night cruise, and we were afraid that people would be quite snobby. Well, we were back then, we'll be honest. And I actually was so worried about it when I was putting the video up on YouTube, which was a bit of an afterthought, really. I thought I would make it look like I was on the ship longer than we were. So the footage is all over the place. There's absolutely no order to it at all. It looks like
a few of our first videos are like that.
It's terrible. And there's no, and we used music that, don't get me wrong, it was nice music. It was from like Elizabeth the Golden Age and all these old films, which I liked. But it got copyrighted, and then certain countries won't let you use it. So from there, over time, then I just realised the value, I think, more so of how making a video gives you memories and gives you something to look back on. And things like times when your family are all together at Christmas and things, when you all get chatting about holidays you want to do that year, we were like, oh, look at our video. Like we could show people rather than just explain it. And I think we realised how useful that could be. And how much easier it was to come back off a holiday instead of trying to explain and talk about the whole thing. You can just show. Yeah. And I know now that, like, when I see my nan and all, when we come back off our cruises, she absolutely loves. Well, my auntie, I think, puts them on for her as well, so she can see it because she can no longer travel really. So for us, that's the main core reason, and it was probably to sort of show people that once we'd done it, we were like, other people, they need to try it, because we were panicky about it, as we said, and we were nervous and we were scared that it would be all posh, and what we thought and what it was actually like were two different things. And I think that was the biggest thing for us.
I think the holiday videos changed or morphed into vlogs probably on MSC Bellisma. Was that 2018, 2019?
Well, we did a couple of like, I call them silent videos. They just got music for years. And then when it come to about, I think it was the time we were going to Croatia and Oceania, my videos were getting longer. 2018, they were getting longer and longer and longer. And at that point I said, right, now let's try breaking them up. I think we put a couple of videos of like just the Kirker Park and things. And we thought this is better to split up and it's easy to reference. And that's how it became into vlogs then. And I think when we revisited Queen Marie 2 that same year, then 2018, Queen Marie 2, the second time, was the first we started doing narration and commentary and talking. I mean, those videos, those vlogs were about 5-10 minutes, some of them. They're really short, but it just developed. You realize you can put more in. And then obviously through interacting with people like yourselves, you ask questions in the comments and things, we realize we can improve on it next time. We can give more information as we go along. And it's just, it's just grown and grown and grown, really, from there. So, yeah.
That was a very long answer. That
sorry, I digress.
Right. So let's get on with the questions before everybody disappears on us.
Bore them.
Right. So, yeah, if you've got a question, pop it in the chat now. Make sure you've got a question to start. I can see we've got one question. Yeah. What's your preference for short winter cruise from Southampton?
Short winter cruise. Are we talking like mini cruise type thing?
I'd say Christmas markets.
I'm saying, Belgium was bloody good this year. We've done it 2 years on the trot now, pretty much. Really enjoy it. Love the whole atmosphere. Ships get dressed for it. And Christmas markets in Belgium are awesome. I'd highly recommend that. That is probably the one. I'd say Belgium would be our top. Yeah, and it's usually quite a common cruise as well, so it's usually quite cheap.
If you can get like Belgium and Hamburg and something, or Belgium and Amsterdam,
or Amsterdam or Rotterdam, you can get those. But yeah,
that's what we do for a winter cruise anyway.
Yeah, like a nice taste of Christmas.
Another question here then we've got. I know you enjoyed your Morella cruise. Apart from being all inclusive and no sea days, is it really worth the cost? As I can go on Celebrity for the same price.
There was one sea day actually on this particular cruise. They did squash one in. I have seen cruises, I think it was on Celebrity Infinity, and they were coming up the same prices as Morella Cruise as we were about to book it. However, Morella were all inclusive. Celebrity, you had to get the drinks. We had to buy drinks.
So if you're seeing the Celebrity one for the same price with drinks as a Morella one, I'd be tempted to try the Celebrity one.
I would be tempted, but it depends. For us, this is the problem. We loved Celebrity. We enjoyed it. We liked Morella as well. But there's something very, very different about each line. The atmosphere on board is completely different. I don't know if the one we went on, because it was from America, if that had any sort of sway on it. We do need to try Celebrity again, but for us, it just didn't really hit it off with us.
And that was the annoying thing about that cruise. We came back disappointed because it was also the most expensive cruise we'd done.
Yeah, but we couldn't
put our finger on why we didn't like it.
Something about it just didn't feel us.
The vibe, wasn't it? I think.
But whereas Morella, I would say, had a very similar atmosphere to like P&O, Cunard, MSC. There was a lot of life on board. I liked that.
So our Morella one, I think we said it was about £850 or thereabouts for an ocean view, an outside room. with flights from Cardiff.
Yeah.
And when we costed up P&O Aurora,
Yeah.
that was coming in more expensive for flights from Cardiff and the classic drinks package.
Yeah.
So
it's but Celebrity's a good product. It's obviously a lot more premium than Morella, but I will say this: the condition of the Morella ship was really good, and Explorer, I believe Voyager and Explorer 2 are all ex-Celebrity ships as well. And I did say to you on numerous occasions, walking around the ship, it did feel at times like you could tell it was an old Celebrity ship. There was that, you could pick up on it.
Let's go through. So any more questions for you? Okay. Sorry, Tommy.
Yes,
it's a second live we've done on Super Bowl Sunday. It was last time as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Because Sunday's going to be the day, though. I suppose you can always watch it back.
Yeah.
You can always play it back. But you won't be able to ask any questions or interact live. That's the only downside.
No plans to go to Falmouth yet, but it was a beautiful place that was, wasn't it?
For the first time in a long time, we've actually contemplated a nice break. Wouldn't vlog it. It would just be nice for us to go down there. Maybe even take the puppy, do something like that. But it was really, really nice. It really surprised me. Because I don't really do UK holidays. We don't really bother, do we?
No.
And I think seeing Falmouth and everything, and it was very similar to like Tenby and stuff. It was lovely, very nice.
Go through. Somebody else asked about our vlogs, which we've covered.
Yeah, next Friday.
Next Friday, yes. I'm on Arvia in September. What's your honest opinion for couples? We really liked Arvia.
I like Arvia.
We were on it in the January after she launched, when she had a lot of bad press. Yeah. And we went on board, and food was good, service was great. Swim up bar in the Caribbean was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the same atmosphere as every other P&O ship. It can suffer from the odd problem here and there regards trying to get sunbed. Sometimes it can be because you've got a lot of people on that ship. There's so much space on the top deck.
There's not 5,000 sunbeds on that ship.
It's not 5,000. But not everybody is going to be on the sea days. Would be quite busy, but I mean, port days, people will be going off and doing things. You come back different houses. You can fit it in. It wasn't. We found places you could sit if you wanted to. We always managed. We were always happy enough.
Yeah, we tried a lot of the dining venues. They were all really good. Green and Co.
Tried all of them, bar in the Mazuma place. What was the sushi place?
Sushi. I don't know if we did the Epicurean either, did we? On that one,
we've done Epicurean on Iona, but not Arvia. And I believe we didn't do 6th Street Diner. I was going to say 7th Street Diner. 6th Street Diner. We didn't do the dinner. No. We did breakfast.
Yeah, very handy for breakfast, 6th Street Diner.
But I would say we probably will have to go back at some point. We would like to go back on Arvia. Quite a lot of people have been asking about Arvia, even family. So it'd be quite a nice one to revisit.
Somebody is asking, how do we get the ocean background behind you?
It is actually, I kid you not, it's a genuine, that's wallpaper. It's I bought from, I think this was from Amazon, or it could be eBay. We've got them in all over, like nearly every room in our house now. This one is a beach for the office, and our bedroom's a Norwegian fjord one. And the living room, well, we'll probably move around. We won't sit in our bedroom doing a live there, but the living room you've probably seen before with a big tree behind us. That's in our living room. They're basically wallpaper. It comes in, sometimes they come in an enormously long row, which you have to cut and then line them up side by side. Or sometimes they come in strips and then you have to,
I haven't got patience for it. Let him do stuff like that.
I do, the decorating.
I can see if you got a few fellow vloggers in, D&G Explorers, Tom and Dom, Sweet Natured as well.
Lovely to see everybody. I'm all glad you've come to join us. When will you be sailing from Florida? Well, we have sailed from Florida 3 times now. Yes, we did Miami the first time on Seaside.
Yes.
We did Miami.
Twice we've done it.
On Celebrity Beyond.
Yeah, it was Fort Lauderdale. Well, we've been back then.
I'm sure we not. We've not done another one.
Twice. We done
Florida no, because the other time we flew with P&O.
That was Barbados.
Direct.
Yes. No plans at the moment, but
no plan. Never say never. No, believe you me, I have been looking. They yes. Sometimes a deal just comes up and you can't. You got to go for it.
We're on Iona in a couple of months. Anything we cannot miss?
Right.
Keel and Cow.
Do like the Keel and Cow. It's really, really good. On Iona, I think I do really like the aerial performances in the Sky Dome. They're quite good. Although the one with the weird, the big one was weird, wasn't it? Like sometimes you watch an MSC show and you think, what was that all about? Because I remember MSC, there was a funny one where the man was going around with his hand and he was like an ostrich and he laid the egg. And it's funny, bird theme again. Maybe it's birds. We watched one on Iona and this big egg comes out, and the thing comes out.
Strange.
But then I don't mind the ones where it's like, is it the fighting ones with the colors and all? They're quite cool. I don't
There's
mind
like a dual one, wasn't there?
I do like
red
that.
and blue teams.
What else did you say, Fry? On a Keel and Cow.
Keel and Cow. The shows.
Sometimes
Olive Grove is a good one because that's free.
Yeah.
That's included in your fare, but you need to book it, don't you?
I love things like the glass house, the Crow's Nest on Iona and Arvia are lovely as well. They're huge, and yeah, I like when a cruise ship has a forward-facing observation lounge, because a lot of cruise lines such as MSC, they sort of they give preference to like Yacht Club for that space, and it's a shame really because it's nice. And what really annoys me, it probably annoys a lot of you, is when they put a bloody gym at the front. I'm like, this is a perfectly good space to put a lounge. You can shove the gym at the back. I mean, I have used the gym. I have, and I used to use it a lot. I will get to using it again, but I couldn't care at that point. I'm there to work out. But when I want to sit there and drink and chat, you want scenery, don't you? So, and
we also say if you like to spend time in the hot tub, make sure you try one of the infinity hot tubs as well along the side of the ship.
Yeah,
definitely. Nice.
Yeah, they're quite cool for photos.
Anita is asking,
would you consider a cruise around the British Isles? As we were just saying, yes. Once or twice now, the last couple of months, we've seen deals. You had one the other week. You shared it on, was it Regal Princess?
Yes.
I think it was Regal Princess. I know it was really good.
It was kind of, I think it was South Coast, wasn't it?
It's kind of embarrassing because we have friends who live in America who have seen more of my country we live in than me. I haven't even been to London, like properly. We've been, what have I done? I got off the bus and I went to this.
Yeah, you went to the bus station.
That's all I've seen of London. I've never been to like, the Tower and I've never seen anything like that. I mean, I haven't been to Scotland. I've been to Ireland. Ireland's quite easy for us to get to. Obviously Wales, I live here. But yeah, I don't even really go. I don't go to places.
No, we do need to look up.
I would like to go up to Scotland, I think. I would enjoy that. Yeah. And the cruise is definitely the best way to do it.
One to add to the list.
Yes.
Do
you think?
Preziosa. So I can't. This is going back 2017, so it's a long time ago.
And that was one of the. Was that the silent era? The music videos.
I think I did quite enjoy. There was it the Blue Bar? I want to say, or it was a.
It was like a Galaxy Bar.
That's thing. Galaxy Bar.
Was it Galaxy Bar? It was purple, and it was a nightclub at night. And you could have food up there as well, from what I recall. There was like a dining room, and then at night you could do a disco. We like that one. And then was it the Safari Lounge, like at the back with all the jungle stripes, like zebra patterns?
Yeah,
that was quite cool. I didn't mind that. It's just hard. We were long overdue to go back on Preziosa, and I did see a couple of good deals at present on here. She's very reasonable to get on. Yeah, it was a nice ship. We really enjoyed it. I mean, that Preziosa cruise we went on was our first ever MSC experience. So having cruised with P&O and Cunard at that time, it was a bit of a shock to the system to do something like that, mainly because they were different. People were embarking and disembarking at different ports, and the vibe was completely different because it felt very much like an all-inclusive European holiday, like a resort type of holiday, rather than a cruise, didn't it, for us? But now, no, we're fine. We love it now.
No, I'm trying to find questions as well.
Oh, he's looking.
I'm going straight into the next one. Hardest aspect of vlogging.
Hardest part. Hardest part is when you get talking to somebody, because I really enjoy meeting and talking to people, and I love spending time, but it's what happens is when we talk to people, we're not filming, are we? And sometimes the conversations, you can really get to know people, or you find you have a couple of people you'll see one after the other. They'll just, like come through. It's difficult then to film as much. And then you find when you're editing, then later on, it's like these big blank bits. And I hate that. I like to get as much in. Things happen and I miss things. Also, sometimes it can be a bit harder when we're trying to eat.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to, I appreciate someone has took the time to say, oh, hi. But then I'm trying to eat my food. and we also get annoyed with each other when we're vlogging and we're trying to eat food, because he's like, my dinner's going cold. I just need to do a pan of your dinner. I need to get this in. And he's like, oh, you could have done. Bicker like that, don't we? That can be hard.
And most enjoyable part is meeting people.
Yeah. Through doing this though, it's nice. But I'd say that's the hardest part is trying to balance interacting with people and vlog at the same time and get everything in and not miss anything, because that's another thing. is not missing anything. It is difficult. Sometimes we don't know what we're doing. We very often had rounds we've gone on board and I'm here, there, and Gam's like, look, will you just pick something to do and just stick with it? You're rushing around trying to fit everything
You
in
do.
because
You're
I wish
awful
I
for
was
rushing
everywhere
around.
all at once, and I can't. That's
which part do you enjoy most? Like we said, probably chatting to people.
most is chatting.
And sometimes watching the vlogs back is really nice as well. We sit
memories.
down, have a glass of wine, and just watch our own vlogs back.
Yeah.
Then see it properly.
Sometimes it can be sad though if you see you were slimmer and younger. You see yourself and you
Don't
look
worry
back,
about that. Don't
and
worry.
I'm like, look how fat I am.
Lane, good evening, Lane. Question: P&O I own the disembarking different in a suite. You get to choose your time.
Ooh.
So on a suite, you'll be able to have breakfast in the Epicurean.
Yeah.
Disembarkation, you can usually go down to reception and request the latest possible time.
Yeah.
So you should be able to do that in the suite. We tend to wait until final call to disembark anyway, because by then the traffic's kind of disappeared.
I was going to say that the main bulk of everyone has left.
Yeah.
And it's really quite easy when you get to that big baggage hall, and I'm like, our case is literally there's usually someone stood there watching.
Yeah.
There's have to say, where are these people? And but we're like, there's our bag, we don't have to look from. It does make it very easy.
So we do tend to wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're in a suite, request a time. If you've got a bus or something, because some people take the buses down, P&O will make sure that your time coincides with the bus anyway, so that'll be fine.
I hope that helps.
Oh, here we go. So Cruising Gaze has answered the question around the Princess one.
Linking your bookings,
Yeah.
We have done that with other cruise lines, but I can't say we've done it on Princess, have we? I know we did quite a few dinners with Alan and Scott and things. It wasn't a problem for us to just go there, was it?
No.
No.
But that was
But thank you for answering that. That's great.
Cheers, guys.
How is Honey? Oh, I nearly said her name too loud. She's sleeping at the moment.
She's sleeping just down there.
To be fair, she's been very, very good because we woke up a bit late today, didn't we? And I got into some cleaning, and she didn't go out when she normally goes out, and she's been very patient. And now this evening, her routine's been a bit messed up because we left it a bit late to cook the dinner, and the chicken was cooking, and so she's been fed, and then she's going out for her WALK. Normally, she'd have done that at 6 and then been fed straight after. So, given that, she's been really good.
Yeah, she has.
She's been really good, but she's fine.
Package holidays. No, we've not been on a land holiday. Well, since we started cruising, we've been on one land holiday now to Dubrovnik.
Yeah,
3 nights, and that's it.
But that wasn't really a package.
No, it wasn't a package holiday.
We built it ourselves, didn't we? We used to go to Turkey and all.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of package holidays to Turkey,
Turkey.
Egypt, Kos.
Egypt's really, really cheap. Yeah. And again, by the way, people, we don't just do cruises, we do land holidays as well. Yeah.
Good plug.
I just remembered that because people just think it's for cruises. And I know you can.
Yeah, no, they
trips.
do all types of holiday. Do you prefer fly cruises or ex-UK sailings?
I don't know. See, years ago, it was so super convenient to we just walked on the ship from Southampton now, and it was easy. And I much preferred that over the fly cruise aspect because you've got all the obviously security. Well, I know you have security on a cruise ship, but you know what I mean. You have border control, and you have to wait around for your flight, and you know the 2 hours things. Yeah. But then COVID came along, and of course you had all the testing, so it started the novelty started to wear off. Now what we're finding is, as in going on Morella last week versus going to Southampton, it was a doddle to just go to Cardiff. Honestly, I can't believe how easy that was. And that's what we used to do, was Cardiff or Bristol. So now we're finding the drive can be a bit tedious to get to Southampton, but then you get on the ship and that's it, you've started. Whereas when you've got the flight, then you're cooped up on the plane. So it's swings and roundabouts. But I will say this.
Southampton's like 5 hours.
I'd rather be
Cardiff's 2.5.
Yeah.
Bristol's 3. Heathrow's 4. So it does add a lot of time.
But then would you rather be driving for 6 hours, or would you rather be driving for 2 hours and then drinking the drinks at the airport and on the plane?
Of course.
So I would say depends where you're flying from.
Yeah,
but
that depends a lot on the cruise as well.
Yeah, because of course, when you go from Southampton to get to hot sunny weather, you do have to go through the Bay of Biscay. Unless it's middle of summer and you can be crafty, but you've got a couple of days. Whereas fly cruising does take you directly to the sunshine, which can this time of year now to places like Canary Islands.
Well,
it's brilliant.
Was it a 5 hour flight? Wasn't it?
4 hour.
4 or 5 hours flight. Beautiful weather.
Yeah, instant sunshine.
And it's another question.
So
here
we like both really.
This one's around Princess Drinks packages. Yes, 15 drinks on. I believe now you can see it on the app as well. You couldn't when we were last on it. Doesn't include soft drinks though.
What?
You don't have your limit's not to soft
Oh
drinks.
no, sorry, I thought you were.
Your limit's on the alcohol.
What do you mean you not have soft drinks on a drinks package? Right, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, unlimited soft drinks.
Yes.
It's just the alcoholic ones that are counted.
And that's the same for P&O and Cunard as well.
And I think MSC as well now.
They won't count you on soft drinks. Have you tried, or would you try MSC Yacht Club?
I'd love to. We've been in there. We were. I think we were on Bellissima's maiden voyage, and we were invited with there was a lot of press and things on there, and they were kind enough to invite us to the yacht club to actually have a look for ourselves. It's a hard one for me. I every time I get into this and I look at it, and I'd like the experience of it, but I just can't bring myself. If I was at a point where I was going to book or have, say, something like a balcony or a junior suite or whatever, and then to pay the exact same amount of money to be interior to get into yacht club, I can't do it. I'd rather just stay with a balcony.
We've tried bidding a few times.
We've tried bidding, and we never succeeded. One day we'll probably give it a go. Maybe for like a anniversary or birthday, or maybe what we tend to do. I think we've said this with Cunard as well. I think I might pick myself a very, very, very short cruise, maybe even a 2-night Hamburg kind of job, just to be able to experience things like the grills or yacht club. Yeah, might do it that way and then just fly home or whatever.
Lots of princess questions coming in today. We've got another one.
Yes.
Recommendations of princess. Crown Grill.
Crown Grill is our favourite.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I always go to food and somebody else recommendations.
He does. I like as well. I go to drinks. I love the good spirits. Really enjoy them. I love the whole experience, what they do, how they make the cocktails in front of you. It's almost like watching those old cooking sort of Saturday, cooking shows. So I like that. Princess, it was just for us. When we first went on it, I'm trying to think of how it came across for us. We were blown away by the whole experience. The staff were absolutely exceptional. They were so friendly and happy. The medallion tech was phenomenal. That was just, I love that we were just in shock. And it was the bit that we were completely blown away by was the fact we were ordering chips and things on our phone, and they were just coming across the ship and delivering them to us. I mean, we were on one of the first sailings after
Make
COVID.
Sure you have got one of the packages for Princess.
Yeah, I like that you can get your bands and all in the shop, and you can customize the medallion and things. You don't have to with a lanyard.
I found one of our medallion bands.
Yeah,
the other day.
I just love it, and the fact that your door opens before you can get to your room. It's just the tech aspect of it was good. Yeah. However, sometimes when it's really super busy, though, it can be a bit temperamental. But yeah, in general, I like.
So what's your recommendation, Lou?
Recommendation is, as you said, Crown Grill for food. I highly recommend that, and I would recommend going to Good Spirits. I would recommend the drinks package. It is definitely worth it with the Wi-Fi and the tips. It is a good deal. There is now a new elevated package again.
If you can go to the premium one,
we've not tried it yet. When we were there, it wasn't available. They weren't doing it then. We just had the one package. So when we go on Princess Net, I think, will we try the...
Yes, because you can get specialty dining.
My brother raved on about it. Yep. He said it was good. So, because I think you get things like ice creams, and do you get to go to Alfredo's? Because Alfredo's used to just be, you could just go there when you wanted. Now, you only get 2 visits for the normal package, isn't it? Or is it for the... I get confused. They've restricted your visits, basically. So, yeah, that's what I'd say. We didn't get to try that. What's the one with the fish thing? We had the... we had the French thing. What was the French thing called?
Oh, I can't remember.
Le Soulamé.
No, I don't think so, was it?
Yeah, it was on Princess Le Soulamé, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
I think.
This is going back. We are going back now 2.5-3 years ago, aren't we?
And they've changed it now to Catch by Rudy, isn't it? It's Catch by Rudy?
I want to say. I don't know. You're confusing me.
I might be getting the wrong lines. No, I'm sure it's some fish place, but I'd like to try that. That might be nice if you can eat it.
Right. So are you done with that question?
I think I'm done with it, yeah. I think I'm done. Yeah.
Right, what's your goal for 2025 for your content channel? We never set goals, do we?
We don't set goals. We just keep saying we've got to be ourselves. Got to enjoy it, and I think if we stop enjoying it, it's time to stop, kind of thing. We're not going to change. We've had a few experiments over the past because obviously we had the travel agent thing, so we were trying to be more informative and things like that, and trying to balance everything in. We're changing as we get older as well. I'm finding I can't drink every single night and get absolutely smashed like I used to. It's just not possible. I find that I need nights in between. And I think on this last cruise, we actually had 1 or 2 early nights. Yeah.
But no, we're
just going to be ourselves.
Keep being ourselves. We don't chase numbers. We were very happy to get 10,000 subscribers. We've recently hit 20,000, and we're kind of happy where we are. Just keeping ourselves.
And I think what for us, if we were to say there was any sort of goals, is to try some more cruise lines. And I think we've also noticed that we've been for the last couple of years, not through choice, it's just how it's happened, but we've ended up doing fjords, Bay of Biscay. We've done the same cruises, like we were saying the other day. We've done now the
same boats as well
twice, 2 years on the trot. So next year we'll do something different. We've been to the Caribbean like 3 times, but we've been to a couple of ports twice. There are a few other places in the Caribbean, so we'll try them. We're going to try and mix the ports and the cruise lines up.
Yeah, new cruise lines. If we can get a couple of them in this year,
we're going to try. I think if we can this year, it would be nice to try Fred, and it would Fred Olsen, and it would be nice to try Ambassador. I think again because people compare them directly to P&O, and I know over the years P&O have changed a lot since we started cruising them. So we're starting to look at other cruise lines as well and figure out how they all compare. So that's what we'll do. New cruise lines, new ports if we can.
Yes, you can take a bottle of alcohol, bottle of wine each on P&O. It used to be a spirit as well.
They stopped.
But they've removed that one. Let's have a look.
What's this here?
That's your question. Yeah,
we love celebrity. Often a Caribbean celebrity cruise. That'd be lovely.
Favorite Caribbean port?
Oh God, now I'm trying to remember because we've been so many and I can't remember. Like I know what I liked. Tell you what I did really like, and I didn't think I liked as much, was that where was Tiano Bay? That was in Dominican Republic, wasn't it? What was it? Is that Puerto Plata?
I think it was, yeah.
I can't remember, but that was really nice in the Dominican Republic because when you get off the ship, they've sort of purpose-built a resort for cruise passengers. And since we've been there now, when we were there, we noticed they were building some lazy river kind of thing that was under construction. Now I believe it's finished. But I really enjoyed that. And
St. Martin was good as well.
So I'm trying to think what we've done because we've done
Bernard's tours. Remember?
I enjoyed St. Lucia going on the catamaran and seeing the pitons. That was good. Do you remember that?
I'm trying to think. I don't think we can pick a favourite then.
I like them all.
Yeah,
St. Thomas is lovely. I loved going on the cable car to Paradise Point, and I loved having what was the cocktail called? Bushwhacker. That was really, really tasty. I like the Caribbean a lot. I don't think we've ever had a really bad. Have we had a bad port in the Caribbean? We haven't.
No. Sorry. I was looking at questions. You talk. Don't.
I'm looking at you. I'm trying to.
I know. But I'm trying to look at questions.
Yeah.
No, we've not had a bad port.
No, we've not had a bad port.
Nassau was probably the most disappointing.
It was awful. But then again, now in Nassau, they've got like a resort thing there now too, outside the cruise terminal. Remember when we were walking down the road, there were like these big pictures, the plans on the fence. And I think they've actually done that now. No, it's not. No, Atlantis is there. You can go to Atlantis, but they built this thing.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is. It's on top of my tongue.
We'll have to go back to refresh. We need to go back.
How was our festive cruise?
It was lovely.
It was really
done
good.
it 2 years on the trot. We've enjoyed both of them. This year, I will say it wasn't actually as good as the previous year. Reason being, I don't know whether Cunard do it strictly on dates, but when we embarked this year was slightly about 2 or 3 days earlier than last year, and there wasn't a festive menu for cocktails, which was a big disappointment. Didn't see a single mince pie on the ship at Christmas time.
No Christmas music.
No Christmas music.
Well,
on the last day there was loads.
Yeah,
when we were getting off, and if someone said to me, "Oh, well, you were on a mini cruise and it was the very beginning of December," fine, but that cruise was sold as one of their festive cruises, so it is a bit of a disappointment. But other than that, everything else was absolutely fine. Nothing had really changed drastically. It was a really good experience. We were comfortable. We enjoyed it. It did still feel festive. I mean, the decorations were superb.
We did do a whole live on it when we came back.
Yeah, I have got videos. I will. Now, this is the dilemma I've got. It's a Christmas video now. If I finished, say, this Morella series and started the Queen Victoria, by the time those videos go out, it'd be like Easter. So I might just have to wait until coming up to Christmas next year and then try and get them.
No, shops do it, so why don't you do it?
I just don't like it. I hate it. I'm so far behind.
Yeah.
This is why we can't book cruises at the moment, because we need to clear the cash.
Hamburg tips. It's been a while since been in Hamburg.
Oh, right. There is the
Miniature
I was
Wonderland.
going to say, is that where there's a Queen Mary made of Lego? And I haven't seen that yet.
not
I'm
sure.
sure that's in Hamburg.
We haven't been in Hamburg for many, many years.
No.
And we need to get back.
I always liked, from what I recall, I mean, we went in the midst of winter, so it's dark. If you went in the summer and you were on something like Queen Mary and all, you do get a bit of a sail out of the L. Is it the L?
Yeah.
And that's quite good. And people do wave to you. When we went, because it was part of the World Voyage, because they did a 4-night mini cruise to Hamburg, didn't they, on Queen Elizabeth years and years, which was 2016 now. They do a 4-night, cruise to Rotterdam. But what happens is the German passenger is German, isn't it?
Yes.
Hamburg. I'm saying Rotterdam, Hamburg. I know what I mean. They get on to start the World Voyage, then go to Southampton, and then the ships go from Southampton, which is what we did. And there was fireworks and everything, is what I'm trying to say. It was electric.
It was very sad when we got off in Southampton and watched the Queens go on there.
Yeah, the 3 Queens.
Cruise. That was probably the most depressing thing we've done.
It was depressing because we had to get off. It would have been nicer to do that before getting on.
I was going through here. No, some saying that celebrated a lot of upselling. Thankfully, we didn't hit
someone else saying the beard show, and I know they agree. It's incredibly
weird. Somebody's mentioned 710 Club. Yes.
Oh, that's
yeah. Well, we've never managed to get in there.
We squashed in once. We did squash once, but then we got in there, and the music wasn't bad. The singers were good, but it wasn't our type of music, if that makes sense.
Unfortunately, people will book that as soon as they can and keep going to it. But what you can do is have the cancellation line. So just join that line if you can't get in.
Yeah,
they'll let you in for space then.
I mean, when were we last on Iona?
My birthday.
That's coming up 2 years.
2 years this year.
2 years, is it? Sheesh.
I'm trying to see if there's any more questions.
Just make sure. That looks like a question. How different is Cunard to other? What's this now? We love cruising, but Queen Anne. How different is Cunard to other ships? Well, booking Queen Anne's a good. If you mean other cruise lines, I mean, I'm not sure which cruise lines you've been with, but Queen Anne's probably the more modern. Obviously, she's newest, but she's on board. The atmosphere is a lot more modern. They don't seem to be as, the passengers aren't as, what would you say, like traditional. They're more like a younger crowd, and like the dress code's not as.
It is more easygoing, I'd say.
Yeah, that's the word. It's
more
laid back. Which I like. But it still feels Cunard. We enjoy the dressing up.
With good food on there, with good service.
Good. We couldn't really fault it. We really enjoyed Queen Anne. She's a lovely, lovely ship.
Yeah.
But comparing it to other cruise lines, how would you say she compares? Very similar to P&O, but it's elevated. It's a bit more. There's a bit more finesse.
We have got the Fjord series that we filmed in the summer.
Yeah.
So have a look through them if you haven't already seen them.
And we have got, if you want to compare it to say her fleet mates, we've got that Christmas cruise on Queen Victoria, which we went on not last December, the December before.
Yeah.
So that might be worth looking, because you'll see directly how they compare. You'll see that Queen Anne is a lot more modern, and you'll see the passengers on board. The demographic, I'd say, slightly younger on Queen Anne.
Yeah, I'd say it's more.
Well, it's meant to be. It's meant to be them modernising and moving forward.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the vlogs, check them out, because that should give you a really good taste of.
We had a really good time on Queen Anne.
Yes, we had to book Noir, didn't we? You booked it on the app.
What's Noir?
Noir. Queen Anne, the show. Remember the show?
Oh yeah. That's the thing. There's like a gangster thing, like in New York, and there's the murder mystery thing. Yes, I remember. I recall. Yes, you do. That was good.
Something come to Scotland and Edinburgh. We'll show you around. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any questions there.
What's this here? We have first-time cruisers from Southampton in June. Do you get told in advance which terminal you depart from? Yes.
Yes, you will.
And do you have to keep an eye on the schedule information online? Sometimes it does change, but they will keep you informed. But when you embark and all that, the cruise line does, they're pretty good.
You'll be fine. Depends if you've got parking with the cruise line or not. Usually the parking notice will tell you which terminal you need to go to. If unsure, just in the morning, go on the web, go onto Southampton VTS, and it'll tell you where the ships.
Or just type in Google Southampton cruise ship schedule, and it'll come up, and you can just see the ships departing that day, because that's how we've seen ships have moved. Only once or twice, not very often. We've been on a cruise before where we've been told we're coming back to say Ocean Terminal, and the ship's gone to Mayflower, but They must have planned that in advance because we didn't have to go to get our car from the other terminal. They'd moved the cars already, so they must have known. But they do tell you, and they will.
And if you're staying in a hotel in Southampton, just tell them which ship you're going to, and they'll make sure you get to the right place.
Same with the taxis. Just tell them which ship, and they'll take you. They know where you are, I think.
Good. Finally, no, we're not starting again.
Finally, make you start again. No. We watch more YouTube than normal TV. What's this? Do you watch other non-cruise related vloggers such as Rate My Takeaway, etc.? I watch. It's not of cruise vlogging, but I do like to watch Mike Brady, Ocean Line Designs. I do like the Titanic Honor and Glory stuff. I do like.
It's all slightly cruise related.
No, it's old ocean liners and history. Okay. I do like all of that. I do watch George's Tropical Garden. I watch a lot of garden things.
Yeah, there's quite a few gardening channels on those,
and the Virtual Gardener. No, I watch a lot of gardening stuff. What else do we watch? I like a lot of history stuff, but then a lot of those, I'm not sure if they're like taken off the telly from years ago and then they've been uploaded, like, you know, the old documentaries off Discovery and History Channel. Some of them get re-uploaded, don't they? I like all those.
But yeah, Russell, we don't tend to watch like Mr. Beast and all that kind of stuff.
And I like the human anatomy ones, like biology and all. He hates that, but I love it. I watch.
We've got a lot of kind of you just got scenery and music.
But that's for the puppy. And when I'm editing, it's nice to have something on the background.
You know what I mean? I know what
would you call it? Like landscapes and scenery, the drones. I like all of those where they go over
music and stuff.
And it's relaxing. Yeah.
But very important question here from Ken. Hendricks, Sipsmith, or Tanqueray 10?
I'm going to say Sipsmith for me.
Hendricks for me. Mary's love Cardiff Airport. So
I'm not drinking today.
No, we're not drinking. we're only
FYI, folks. Don't faint. I'm not drinking. I did drink a lot yesterday and the day before, but I was drinking. Oh God, it's depressing. Drinking gin with soda water. But I was squeezing loads of limes and lemons into it because we're on a slimming. We're
trying to.
We're on the keto.
Have you rebooked Sun Princess yet? We haven't.
Not.
We did go back on Sun for the media day on board, but no, it's not one we've.
Don't worry, you won't be disappointed. We have booked. I'd say a good. It's.
You're basically saying without saying.
Mm-hmm. We have booked.
That's it. So somebody's confirmed you were right, Luke. It was Bistros.
It was Le Soulamere. And thing is, what happened? It's very easy. People go, "Oh, it's the wrong ship." But when you've been on all these cruise lines, I very often will call Crown Grill Butcher's Cut or Butcher's Cut Crown Grill, and I just get them all mixed up. Or what's the other one I call Beach House and Glass House? Even though I know they're two different, distinctly different dining options, but I call them the wrong thing because it just merges in your head.
Have we done Transatlantic yet?
No, we've not.
Is it something you'd consider?
We do want to do it.
We were very close to booking one recently, and we've now changed our mind again.
I think actually having looked at it all day, we might actually be going ahead. We did book a hotel, but it was it could be cancelable, and it doesn't cost anything. So we have booked a hotel for New York, put it that way. But I'm not going to disclose dates on what, because if it doesn't happen, I don't want to disappoint you. But I'd like to do a transatlantic. I will say this: if ever we do a transatlantic, the very first transatlantic is going to have to be on Queen Marie 2, without a doubt. That's a given. And then after that, then I don't mind doing transatlantics on other cruise ships, but I want my first transatlantic to be on the ocean liner.
So it's something that's very high up on the to-do list.
Oh, it is. Well, as I was saying about watching Ocean Line Designs and all these old history documentaries, I love all of that. So that's what I've always actually wanted to do, but I've just not done it for some reason.
See a few people chatting to each other. It's lovely. Pete on the move. Any plans to try more luxury brands?
Ooh, it's difficult at the moment. We haven't got the cash.
It comes down to what we can afford.
We haven't got the cash. So yes, it's very convenient that we want to try Fred, Morella, and Ambassador because they're very competitively priced. Yep. And as I was saying, things like Preziosa and all being cheap. I know that because we've been looking at those because that's on our radar because that's our price range. I would like to try something nice. I don't know how high up I would go and what I would do. I did like the look of Explorer Journeys.
Explorer Journeys is what I've always
looked at them. But yeah, what would you say? Have you got any that you would stick out?
Not
I did like
really.
the look of that one that Susan Calman was on, the Caribbean, the other day.
Oh, the Emerald.
That looked nice.
The Emerald. Yeah, yachts.
That looked quite nice. And those river cruises, is it Riviera?
Mm-hmm.
They look really nice as well. I mean, having tried, Avalon was quite.
Avalon's lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, easy answer to that one is it's all budget.
It's just to do the cash at the moment.
It's all on budget.
More videos go out, more views go out, more revenue comes off the adverts. We might be able to afford something, and then we can take you along for the adventure.
Yes, we'd love to do that as well. That's another one.
That would be nice. Yeah, I'd
Another
love
one.
to go to. Is it Thailand?
Mm-hmm.
Love to go there. I know Paul and Carol go there quite a lot, but I'd love to. That's with the beach and all was filmed, wasn't it? Thailand.
Sure.
I'd love to do
that.
Yeah,
me.
I'd love to go there.
Nassau does look much better now. He's done some work. So that's good.
Yeah, I wasn't dreaming, and it's amazing sometimes what you know, but you forget you know it.
So doing a transatlantic in May. Any hotel recommendations for Terminal 5 at Heathrow? So we've only gone from Heathrow Terminal 5 once, and I want to say we stayed at the Thistle. It was an oldish hotel, but the best thing about it was there was a gate from the hotel into the long stay car park where you can get the T5 pods. So it was quite easy.
Yeah, I didn't video it or anything.
No,
we haven't got anything because we don't tend to do hotel reviews and stuff because I haven't got the time to fit that in.
But yeah, I'm sure it's Thistle.
Yeah.
If you're not sure and it doesn't come up as Thistle, have a look at Google Maps where you've got the long stay car park where the pod station is. It'll be next to. It'll be the hotel attached to that, basically. I think it's the only hotel you can get the pods from as well. Any tips from St. Portsmouth? Get a lift with a friend.
Yeah. Where did we stay in Portsmouth?
We stayed in we stayed in Portsmouth, just outside Portsmouth.
Oh yeah, with the gym and all, and the cool
gym,
duty place, a really funky place.
That was nice. The village hotels.
Yeah, that was nice. And of course, I didn't do it recently, but when I was younger, you can see the Mary Rose. You can go on the Warrior, and you can see the Victory and all that. You can see all them. They're really, really good.
I think as the summer cruise is from Portsmouth, we might try and go down a day early just to try and take more in this time.
Yeah, because you've never seen it. I mean, I did it we're talking. I would have been teenager, like 13. I was very young, so I can't remember much.
No, never taken a narrowboat.
I would love to.
I don't think we could be trusted driving one, to be honest.
No, I'd probably run over a duck or something and crush it. But we did used to watch Foxes Afloat.
Yeah.
Yes. Where would was that on Amazon? Foxes Afloat.
I think it was.
Well, we were watching them on YouTube, and then we watched this program on Amazon, and we realised it was the YouTubers that were then on Amazon, but they weren't called Foxes Afloat on that.
This was during lockdown.
This was during lockdown. But we really enjoyed watching that. It would be nice. I would like to try it.
Can you walk from Leonardo to Mayflower? You probably could.
Yeah, you could.
Down through City or through we could head over towards the entrance over by Ibis and all that, and down that way.
Taxi's not.
To be honest, a taxi won't cost you more than £10, and I'd go for a taxi any day.
It's just easier. You just pull up and it's just take.
If you're doing Horizon City Terminal, it'd be fine. But Mayflower, you
could do it. It's not impossible. But imagine you've got to lug. With us, we'll lug in the cases.
But all the terminals are more or less
easy to get to.
We need to book a trip to Alaska. That's for sure.
That'd be lovely, yes, because we'd like to compare it to Norway, wouldn't we? And we've been on cruises, and people have said, they like Alaska because they said it's very similar in like the landscape, but there's more wildlife there, isn't there?
Emerald Yacht, Susan looks at. Yeah, it did look really good, didn't it? That one.
Yeah. Did we watch it? I think we watched the first part. We got the second part to watch.
Okay, around Portsmouth, bus parking early. Yeah, mind you, saying that we managed to park in. I think it was a Holiday Inn car park. And it was like £3 a day. It was really cheap. Yeah. That was. We're coming up to 5-2. So if you've got any last questions, please make sure you pop them in now.
But don't worry. If you think of something or we finish, 2 weeks, we shall be back. So this is good though now, because at least it's more regular for people. And when it's a nice way to finish off the weekend, isn't it?
It is. And you can also join our Facebook group.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying to. Why is that popping up? Trying to get rid of that, and it keeps popping up. Hang on, that one.
What are you doing now?
I'm trying to like clear the screen, but it won't for some reason.
Oh right. There's not like a hide thing, no.
Yes, I hide and stream. There we go. For some reason, it's bringing back another one.
Don't worry. So basically, we have a Facebook group. So just type in Cruise Monkeys on Facebook. There is page as well, but there is a Facebook group. It's called Bananas About Cruising, isn't it? Cruise Monkeys Crew.
Yeah. So if you look up Cruise Monkeys Crew, you'll find our Facebook group. We've also got a link in the description here. Cruise Monkeys UK to follow our Facebook page. Cruise Monkeys UK on Instagram.
Yeah.
Cruise Monkeys on YouTube, because obviously that's where you're watching us. And if you want to support us on Patreon, that's at patreon.com/Cruise Monkeys. Yeah. And like you said earlier about if you've got any cruises coming up that you would like a quote for, get in touch.
Remember that I could go on the wrong side. It's like reversed. Yeah. And remember, they do land holidays as well.
Yes. And there's a team of about 7 there, so you'll always talk to the same people. It's not a big call centre or anything like that. It's really nice.
Someone's asked there, have we ever done a back-to-back sailing? Yes, we have. We've done it twice. We've done it on our...
Where have you seen that one?
I've just seen it here somewhere. It just said, have you ever done a back-to-back sailing? See. Yes, how we did it was years ago. We went on our honeymoon. Me and Gavin went to the Norwegian Fjords on Britannia. And then our friends joined us on a 2-night cruise to Guernsey, which was back-to-back straight after. So we were on the ship for 9 nights. We even booked the same room and everything, so we didn't have to move cabin. And that was nice. I really enjoyed that experience of watching everyone get off, having the ship to yourself. All we had to do, I believe, was pop down to reception. They gave us new cards, and that was it. And it was just nice to do that. And then we did it again on MSC Virtuosa for our group cruise. We did a cruise before the group cruise, and then we did them back to back. And again, it was nice. Yeah. Although that was
a bit more hassle. That
was more hassle because we actually moved room. Yeah. But it was nice because the way we did it was we went from an inside. It wasn't inside to a nice balcony. Whereas I think if you'd have done it the other way around, it wouldn't have been as fun. So it was nice to do it that way. But yes, we've done that. And I would like to, what I would like to try, I've said this to Gav a few times, it would be nice to do back to back, but on a different ship. It'd be lovely to rock up at Southampton and be like, oh, I have to get off. You get off, but you just literally drag your case to the ship that's parked next door and then just hop on another one and go off another trip.
I think if they're the same cruise line, so say you're getting off P&O Britannia and getting on Arvia, I think they've got in-transit passengers or something, haven't they? Don't they call it something where they'll organise things like that? I've got a feeling maybe it'd be cool if they did. But I would like to try that. It might be worth doing it on again. If you want to just experience the turnaround bit and just the quiet bit and the special vibe of my cruise isn't over, do it on mini cruise. Yes, definitely. If they do too long. MSC do a lot of mini, or they used to do a lot of mini cruise, so good work. A few last questions. What's your first cruise and how do you hook? So first one was...
did answer that.
P&O Aurora. That's one Aurora. You mentioned that right at the start.
And it did get us hooked, yes. I loved the ship. I loved how traditional it was. It was the perfect size. We were sold from the word go. Haven't looked back, really.
We don't have a Blue Sky account. Oh, we do, but we don't use it. So you'll probably find us on Blue Sky. Blue Sky, social networking. What is Blue Sky? Alternative to Twitter or X or whatever it's called these days.
I'm really old-fashioned. I don't know these things.
So yeah, we do have an account, but we don't use it. So your best place to find us is on Facebook.
To be honest, it's the one where I haven't got a shed full of pigeons down the garden. I just send messages by pigeon because I am that ancient. I'm not. Yeah. Jerry's saying, "See you next time." Yes, see you next time. If you have to head off.
Have you been wrong? No, we've not. The only private island we've been to is Ocean Key by MSC. Yeah, and it was brand new at the time, wasn't it?
Brand new. The plants were still like they had the sticks and all, and they were still digging. Yeah. So yes, I think that's it.
And look at that, brings us dead on.
Yeah, everyone's just finishing off. Perfect. So remember, if you've got any questions, Facebook or just jot them down, and we'll answer them in a fortnight. Yes.
Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe.
Hope you'll have a lovely Valentine's Day. And remember, show us some love, show the channel some love, and go and see our Morella vlog. It goes out next Friday evening at 7
o'clock.
Yeah. It's our first ever experience of Morella. So you'll come along for the adventure.
So yes, so until next Friday, when you see us on that vlog.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks.